In Southeast Asia, a monumental project is underway, one that could reshape global trade. China is backing the $50 billion Canal, slicing through Thailand's Kra Isthmus. This isn't just a canal, it's a new superhighway for the world's largest ships. For centuries, ships have squeezed through the congested Strait of Malacca. The Kra Canal offers a dramatic shortcut, bypassing that ancient choke point. The implications? Massive. It could affect everything from shipping costs to military power in the Indo-Pacific. The world runs on shipping. Your clothes, your phone, your fuel, all likely crossed an ocean. Most goods between Asia, Europe, and the Middle East pass through the Strait of Malacca, a critical but vulnerable artery. Piracy, accidents, and political tensions threaten this route. A blockage could send shockwaves through global markets. China, as the world's factory, knows this risk well. The canal is their answer, a strategic insurance policy. Imagine two supertankers leaving the Middle East for Shanghai. One takes the old route, the other the Kra Canal. The second arrives days earlier, saving millions. Multiply that by thousands of ships each year, the disruption is enormous. This project could make some nations richer, sideline others, and shift alliances. It's more than infrastructure, it's a geopolitical chess move. The Kra Canal is about China's rise, its vision for a new world order, and the risks that come with it. As construction begins, the world is watching to see if this audacious gamble will pay off, and for whom. The ripples from this canal will be felt for generations. The dream of a canal across the Kra Isthmus is centuries old. Kings, colonizers, and empires all saw its potential, but the engineering and politics never aligned, until now. For China, the canal is about solving the Malacca dilemma, their dependence on a narrow, vulnerable strait for vital energy imports. Over 80% of China's oil passes through Malacca, policed by US and allied navies. In a crisis, it could be blocked, strangling China's economy. The canal is a cornerstone of China's Belt and Road Initiative, a global network of ports, pipelines, and railways. It's not just a shortcut, it's a critical node in China's strategy to secure trade and energy routes. Why now? China finally has the money, expertise, and political influence to make it happen. The $50 billion price tag is no longer insurmountable for the world's second-largest economy. Closer ties with Thailand have created a favorable climate for the project. For Beijing, the time is right to dig and to cement its maritime power. The Kra Canal is a $50 billion mega-project, 102 kilometers long, 450 meters wide, 25 meters deep. It's a colossal engineering feat, requiring billions of cubic meters of earth to be moved and new ports to be built. Chinese state-owned enterprises and Thai partners are leading the charge. The project could take a decade or more, creating tens of thousands of jobs and spawning new economic zones. The main selling point: ships could save up to 5 days and hundreds of thousands of dollars per voyage. Proponents say these savings will lower global shipping costs and boost trade. The canal could handle up to 30% of Malacca's current traffic in its first decade. But critics question whether tolls will cover the massive costs and warn of environmental and political risks. The stakes are high. This could be a triumph of engineering or a costly white elephant. The world is watching to see which it will be. As of August 2025, construction on the Kra Canal has officially begun. Heavy machinery is at work in Thailand, with land acquisition and route surveys underway. The Thai government hails it as an economic game-changer. China touts it as a symbol of progress. Shipping companies and developing nations are eager, hoping for lower costs. But Western powers and regional rivals are wary, especially the US, Singapore, and Malaysia, who fear economic and strategic losses. Major excavation starts in 2026, with the first ships expected by 2033 and full completion by 2035. The deadlines are tight, the challenge is immense. The world is watching to see if this mega project can deliver. The Kra Canal isn't just about trade, it's about shifting power. The Strait of Malacca has long been a strategic choke point, patrolled by the US and its allies. The canal gives China a new route, bypassing US oversight and allowing its navy quicker access to the Indian Ocean. This could spark a regional arms race, as India, Japan, and Australia respond to China's growing reach. Thailand, by hosting the canal, is betting big on China, potentially straining ties with the US and ASEAN neighbors. Singapore and Malaysia see the canal as a direct threat to their economies and influence. The canal could divide Southeast Asia, pushing nations into pro-China or pro-US camps. It's a physical symbol of China's ambition to reshape the regional order. By controlling new infrastructure, China increases its leverage and reduces its vulnerabilities. The canal is a game changer, forcing every nation to rethink its strategy. The tides of power in Asia are shifting, and the Kra Canal is at the center. Every mega project creates winners and losers, and the Kra Canal is no exception. Singapore and Malaysia, reliant on Malacca Strait shipping, could lose billions in port revenues and related industries. Thailand stands to gain most, hoping to transform its southern region into an economic powerhouse with new jobs and special economic zones. Chinese exporters will benefit from faster, cheaper routes to global markets. Landlocked Southeast Asian countries and Western China could gain new access to shipping lanes. Shipping lines with vessels built for Malacca may see their investments devalued. But the canal's success isn't guaranteed. Toll fees must be competitive, or ships may stick with the old route. The economic ripple effect is complex and uncertain. The canal promises a major redistribution of wealth and opportunity. The final outcome will depend on market forces, tolls, and the canal's ability to deliver on its promises. Experts are deeply divided on the Kra Canal. Supporters like Dr. Li Wei in Beijing say it's a necessary upgrade for global trade, adding capacity, lowering costs, and making supply chains more resilient. Western economists like Dr. Eleanor Vance in London warn the costs may outweigh the benefits. High tolls could drive ships back to the free Malacca route, risking a debt trap for Thailand. Security experts in the US call the canal a strategic Trojan horse, giving China a naval outpost in Southeast Asia and threatening allies like India and Japan. They see it as a direct challenge to freedom of navigation and the rules-based order. But some in Thailand see it as a path to sovereignty and development, not just a pawn in US-China rivalry. For them, the canal is about jobs, prosperity, and national agency. The debate is fierce. Is this a visionary leap or a risky gamble? The answer depends on where you stand, and what you stand to gain or lose. The world's experts agree on one thing: the Kra Canal will change the game. Whether it's for better or worse remains to be seen. The stakes couldn't be higher. Beyond geopolitics and economics, the Kra Canal is reshaping lives and landscapes. The canal's path cuts through villages, farms, and fishing communities, displacing families and disrupting traditions. Many locals feel forced out, their compensation no match for the loss of home and community. Environmental concerns are mounting. The canal slices through sensitive ecosystems, threatening wildlife, mangroves, and marine life. Massive dredging could disrupt both the Gulf of Thailand and the Andaman Sea, with risks of saltwater intrusion and habitat destruction. Critics say environmental assessments have been rushed to meet deadlines. The canal will divide southern Thailand, raising questions about access, connectivity, and the social fabric of the region. For those in its path, the cost is immediate and personal. The promise of progress is powerful, but the sacrifices are real. Will the long-term benefits truly outweigh the losses? Only time will tell. The Kra Canal is more than a waterway. It's a symbol of a world in flux. It embodies the tension between development and the environment, sovereignty and global strategy, US and Chinese ambitions. What happens in Thailand will echo worldwide, affecting trade, security, and the balance of power. Can China and Thailand deliver on this colossal project? Will it be a boon or a cautionary tale? The answers will shape the next decade and beyond. This story is still being written in boardrooms, government offices, and the villages along the canal's path. The world is watching. The stakes are global. What do you think? Is the Kra Canal a visionary leap or a risky gamble? Join the conversation below.